in the 21st century, organized by K.R. Mangalam University in collaboration with Guru Angad Dev Teaching Learning Center of MHRD, SGTB Khalsa College, University of Delhi, under the Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya scheme, Ministry of Education, Government of India, and Association of Pharmaceutical Teachers of India. The event is hosted by School of Medical and Allied Sciences and IQAC of K.R. Mangalam University. I am Professor Hema Chaudhary, your host of the day. Well, on behalf of K.R. Mangalam University, I am delighted to be your host for this insightful and engaging session. Today, we are here to explore various aspects of quality education and how we as educators can enhance our teaching practices to provide the best learning experience to our students. Before we delve into the core of our program, let's take a moment to understand why quality education is so vital. It empowers students to develop critical thinking skills and also nurture their creativity. We shall be starting our day with the address of our invited guests, Shri Dr. Dipendra Singh, Vice President, Central Region, Association of Pharmaceutical Teachers of India, followed by a demonstration session by Guru Angad Dev Teaching Learning Center for using LMS, that is My Class. The first resource person, Professor Vijita Singh Agarwal, will engage the first session, followed by the second session of the day by Dr. Pooja Sharma. We will be sharing the feedback link for day 2 during the last session. So as already mentioned, it is requested for each participant to kindly fill the feedback form and submit. To kickstart our program, we are honored to have an esteemed guest with us, Dr. Dipendra Singh, who will be sharing valuable insights on quality teaching and its significance in his address. Dr. Dipendra Singh is the Vice President, Central Region, Association of Pharmaceutical Teachers of India. Sir is presently working at University Institute of Pharmacy, Pandit Ravi Shankar Shukla University, Raipur, Chhattisgarh, India, a university which is one of the oldest and biggest in the state. He is the nominated member of Pharmacy Council of India, New Delhi. He is also serving as the chairman of Education Regulation Committee of PCI. Sir has 19 years of experience in teaching and research. He has published more than 100 research and review papers in national and international journals. He has 2 Indian and 2 international patents granted to his credit. He has also completed several projects sponsored by UGC, AICTE, ICMR, and DST. He is the recipient of prestigious awards from Department of Health Research, ICMR, for being the Young Indian Biomedical Scientist Award in 2019, UGC Raman International Award in 2014, and UGC Research Award 2012 to 2014 by University Grants Commission. He is among the top 2% list of scientists worldwide in the field of pharmacy and pharmacology, surveyed by Stanford University in the year 2021 and 2022. He has other awards to his credits, which are Young Scientist Award of the State of Chhattisgarh, 2006 in Medical Sciences. He is a life member of various professional bodies, and he has been to numerous countries for scientific and research collaborations. So we are highly indebted for having you with us today, and I request you to kindly address the gathering. Please, sir.
Pleasure to be with you. And again, this topic, what you have selected for the FDP, it is of my interest. And I usually work on the various parameters or the various issues which can be converted into effective learning or effective training. So this, if you'll see the current time, it is a time which is changing. Every day we are having a new dimension, new thing. Few days back, we have heard about, just we were discussing about AI, and now AI is part of everybody's life. Everybody is working, everybody is using in their writing of letter or making of slides or drafting of some important notes related to that. Even we are taking their suggestions for mathematical calculations. So if you'll see the teaching, it is changing day by day. So very warm good morning to all the participants who are joined online. And I'm very thankful to Hema Chaudhary madam that she has invited me in the this inaugural. These are basically, it is for the development, or you can say improving our skills for effective teaching. So if you'll see, basically I'll talk very precise about teaching and learning methods. If you'll see teaching and learning method, we can divide this all methods into three components. One is your student, which is the recipient. One is the teacher, who is giving, or he is a giver. And another, the third important thing is the media by which you are giving. So if you'll see the total scenario, normally we used to, when we talk about effective learning, effective teaching, we talk about that media only, that what should be the media, how, what should be the communication media. Either we are going for ICT, or either we are taking a Blackboard, either we are taking some other innovative methods for teaching and learning. But here I want to discuss with you that all the three components are very important. If you'll see, first, the foremost component, that is the teacher, that teacher should be very effective. And what actually, when the teacher is going into the class, then he has to use his IQ to segregate, to separate the class. And if you'll see, as you are doing this with the IQAC, when we talk about improving the skills of a student, we always talk about the segregation of the class, that you have to divide into the slow learner and fast learner. So how this effective information and the data should be collected by the teacher when he is moving into the class, it is very important. So again, for effective teaching, first part is very important. Second, what are the media you are selecting to impart that information? Because first part, it is always fine with the teacher. They are knowledgeable, they are having information, they are collecting the information to disseminate for their students. But if you'll see the media, that what media you are taking. So right now, it is it was like it was said, we were taking in a very somebody right now, still few teachers, if I'll see in my institution also, they used to prefer Blackboard, and they say that we are very much connected when I use Blackboard. But simultaneously, we'll see that we have to use ICT, which gives better understanding, because it is always said that if you are using visual as well as audio media for the student, it is always very effective. So this is the change between which we have to shift, and we have to make arrangements that it should be very effective. So again, this is the area in which we can work, and we are working most of the time. We are working in this. And the third and foremost very important part of that effective teaching or effective learning, you can say, that is student. That again, you have to understand your student very seriously, that what they are requiring, what is their need. Either if because I have so many times I have seen that our media of teaching is always English, and without knowing that either they are getting, or either they are understanding that what you are teaching to them, they are getting it or not. We used to take our media, and with that media only we used to teach them. पर यहाँ मेरा मानना बिल्कुल बहुत बहुत क्लियर है कि आप अपनी बात को अगर करने के लिए, अगर आपको अपना लैंग्वेज चेंज करना पड़ता है, आपका मीडिया चेंज करना पड़ता है, जो बच्चे समझते हैं, तो आपको तुरंत शिफ्ट होना चाहिए. एंड और ये जो एक आई एम नॉट वेरी, मतलब टू बी वेरी फ्रैंक, बहुत बार ऐसा फील होता है कि अगर आप कुछ जो अपना पार्ट है, जो लेक्चर है, इफ यू आर नॉट गिविंग इन इंग्लिश, और जो लैंग्वेज एक्सपेक्टेड है वहां पे अगर आप ऐसा नहीं दे रहे हैं तो थोड़ा आप हिच रखते हैं कि हम ऐसा नहीं कर रहे हैं, और हम कोशिश करते हैं और वो गलती करते हैं। तो मैं जो एक इफेक्टिव टीचिंग के लिए आप बहुत, इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि यू सी योर ऑडियंस, कि वो टू हुम यू हैव टू डिसेमिनेट द इंफॉर्मेशन, हाउ दे विल ग्रैब इट, हाउ दे विल रिसीव इट। अगर आपका लैंग्वेज उसमें बैरियर है, इफ यू आर गिविंग इन इंग्लिश और उनको कोई अंडरस्टैंडिंग नहीं है, तो इट इज वेस्ट ऑफ योर इंफॉर्मेशन एंड एज वेल एज नॉलेज। So this is you, the teacher should be very effective in two ways. First, while you are preparing your information to give to your student, so accordingly you have to plan for their for whole class. And again, how the student are taking it, again you have to take note on that ki, who are my audience and how they are taking it. If they are requiring in their local language, or you are aware of that language, you can use that too, because our purpose is to give a right and proper information which should be well taken by the student also. So these are the few things which we should care when we are preparing the lecture or notes, or when we are moving in the room, in the classroom. So for effective teaching, right now if you'll say, if I'll talk about because for making them a capable or competent personalities, or in my, because I am very specifically associated with pharmacy, so we used to say competent pharmacist, that in along with the information there are a lot of things which should be taught to your student, and to make them a very good competent pharmacist as well as citizen. So we play a very important role, and until you will not understand what the receiver is requiring, you cannot deliver the best, what it is best for them. So this is my that I was willing to share with you. Then that this is the aspect that we should work on, all the three aspects. Improving your information is one aspect, choosing the media for disseminating that information is one aspect, and to whom you are giving, or the person to whom you are going to deliver that information, that is also very important, that you should take note on that, and accordingly you should prepare for it. So this is my very small submission to all the teachers who are participating in this FDP. And if I'll talk about the right now what we are working for, specifically in pharmacy, we are working on the new syllabus which will be maybe implemented from the coming session, and that again we have to prepare for the get prepared for the what the changes we are going to make. Because if you want to make yourself relevant, then you should be very in line with the changing needs and demands of the society, and as well as from the profession. So get prepared yourself, be acquainted with the new techniques or technologies which are coming, because I'm telling you, by the use of AI, the things are going to be changed in a drastic manner. As we have seen before the COVID, that the scene was very different, but overnight the scene was changed, and we shifted from offline mode to online mode, and then a lot of things overnight we have learned to prepare. We are using LMS systems. So this is the change what we adopted. But right now, if you'll see the coming time, again when the artificial learning will come, then you have to use it as a tool. That is not a threat for us, because it is always said, maybe the system or the AI, they can give your information what we feed, but they are not having consciousness. They cannot think, they cannot take decisions. So you have to use these things as a tool, and to make yourself very effective and very relevant for this in your class and in the society. So this was all from my side. Thank you so much for inviting me in this inaugural session.
Thank you very much, sir. We are highly indebted for your kind presence. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Please, ma'am, let me leave this because again I'm having meeting. Just
No
in the middle of the meeting, I'm giving this.
We'll share
So
the
I'm
report
very
of the day, sir, with you. We'll share
sure,
the
sure. Thank you. My best wishes to all the participants.
Thank you so much. Well, as it is said, quality teaching is not only about filling a bucket, it's about lighting a fire. So keeping that motto in mind, we'll move further. The next event of the day is a demonstration session by team of Guru Angad Dev Teaching Learning Center. They will be demonstrating the usage of LMS because, as already mentioned yesterday, this FDP is in flexible mode. So the participants who are not in a state to go with the live sessions, you have a flexibility of looking at the recording on LMS. So I invite the GAD TLC team to kindly take over. Please, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. I am Dr. Narinderjeet Kaur, Assistant Professor, PG Department of Chemistry, Kanya Mahavidyalaya. So, welcome, dear participants. So, I am here to give a demo on how to log into my e-class, and I will explain each and every step for login to my e-class, right? So, let me share my screen first. So I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'm sharing my PDF, right? So dear participants, this is the Faculty Development Program 142, which has started from 1st August and it is up to 7th August 2023, where you all are enrolled as participants, right? So I'm here to explain you the steps to log into my e-class. So my e-class is actually an LMS. LMS means Learning Management System, which is based on Moodle, right? So it is based on Moodle platform, right? So here you have to log in, you have to for successful completion of your FDP, you are supposed to log into the My E-class and you have to upload your assignments, projects, etc. in this LMS only, right? So first of all the participants must have received an email, this type of email from My E-class with a My E-class link and a temporary password. So I hope all the participants have received this type of email, right? So please check your folders, all folders, email folders, even spam, right? For this email with the link of My E-class and a temporary password, right? So if you have received this email, so what you have to do is just click on this link of My E-class Academy. Right? So when you click on this link, this is the same type of link which is sent on your emails. So you have to click on this My E-class link, right? So when you click on this My E-class Academy link, a new page will appear. This type of My E-class page will appear. And if you see on this page, on the upper right corner, there is a login tab, right? So here you have to click on the login, right? Then next page will appear, this page will appear. This is the login page of My E-class, right? So here you are supposed to, in the username column, you are supposed to put your email ID. The email ID which you have used for registering to this FDP, right? So you are supposed to put that email ID here, right? And the temporary password in the password column. This is the password column. So you are supposed to put the temporary password, which is provided to all the participants in their emails, right? So you are supposed to type or just copy paste that temporary password here and then click on this blue tab that is login, right? This is one method. And if this doesn't work, there is a second method. On the same page, there is a Google tab, right? So click on this Google tab. It will ask you to choose your email, right? Then click on the required email, right? The email which you are using for registering to this FDP, right? Click on that. The My E-class Academy will send a link on that email. So after that, check your email. So My E-class will send a link. So click on the link and the rest steps will be the same, right? So once you do that, after putting the temporary password and login, so this page will appear. That means you have successfully logged in with your temporary password. But before proceeding further, you are supposed to change your password, right? So you must change your password to proceed. right? So in this page, you can see there is a current password column. So here you are supposed to type your temporary password, which you have used for login to my eClass, which is provided in your emails, right? That same temporary password, right? And then in the new password column, you're supposed to reset your password. And please remember, for resetting your password must contain at least 8 characters. It must contain at least one uppercase, one lowercase, one digit, and some non-alphanumeric characters, for some special characters like hash, @ hyphen, right? Star, etc. So non-alphanumeric characters you have to use. So while resetting your password, please remember all these things. So it must contain 8 characters, lowercase, one uppercase, one digit, and some non-alphanumeric characters. And type the same password here again in the new password again column, right? And then click on Save Changes. This blue tab, click here on Save Changes. So when you click on Save Changes, a new page will appear. So if this page appears, that means you have successfully logged in to my eClass and you have successfully changed your password. So if this page appears, but you are not right away logged into your FTP, right? So for entering into your FTP, what you have to do is in this page, if you see on the upper left corner, there are 9 dots, right? This is category of courses. Click on category of courses, right? A drop down menu will appear. And from this, click on training and workshops, this link, that is training and workshops, right? So when you click on training and workshops, a new page will appear, and that page will contain your folder of FDP, that is OFDP 142, Initiatives for Fostering Quality Higher Education in India in the 21st Century. And in case you are not able to see this folder, just scroll down your page a little bit, right? You will be able to see your folder, right? Or there will be a search course column. You can type OFDP-142 and click on Go. The My eClass Academy will choose that particular folder for you, right? So if you see this folder on your My eClass portal, click on this link of OFDP 142. Click here on this link, right? So when you click here in this folder, OFDP, a new page will appear. So this type of page will appear if it asks for an enrollment key. So this is the enrollment key, 1420-107. Please note it down. Gayatri, please put in the Zoom chat, right? This enrollment key for my
Okay,
eClass.
ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Right? So this is the enrollment key. If it asks for an enrollment key, then you're supposed to put an enrollment key in this column, right? 1420-107. This is the enrollment key for your OFDP 142. And then click on this blue tab, that is Enroll Me, right? So when you click on Enroll Me, it will take you to your OFDP 142. If this page appears, that means you have successfully entered into your OFDP 142. So in this LMS here in the My eClass, you will be able to see all the recorded sessions, right? All the feedback forms of the previous days, and project assignment and quiz link, etc. will also be there here in this OFDP 142. Right?
I'm just interrupting for 1 minute. There are certain problems participants are mailing us. So one
Yes,
participant,
please.
they're saying that the page is showing error. I'm requesting all participants to kindly post the questions in chat box.
Yes, ma'am, that will be better.
One-
So if you are facing any errors, I'm just wait for a few minutes. I'm going to give a demo also. So you can try along with me, right? So start your systems and you can do all these steps along with me, side by side. And you can put your queries in the Zoom chat or unmute yourself and you can ask directly to me. Sneha Anandji, you are on the system, with your system. I'm not getting you where it is asking to add picture. Pooja ma'am, I am going to repeat all the steps as I am going to give a demo on that. Right? So just wait for 1 minute. I'm going to share my screen again. Right? Okay, so I'll take all the queries. So don't worry about that. So if this page appears on the My eClass, right, that means you are successfully logged into your OFDP 142 on My eClass portal, and you will be able to see all the recorded sessions, feedback forms, project assignment links you have to upload here only, right, and photo ID submission, etc. And in case of any query, if you are not able to log in to My eClass, or you are facing any type of technical issue, so this is the WhatsApp number of GAD TLC organizing team, right? So just put a query on this number, right? Our organizing team will get back to you as soon as possible. So please note down this WhatsApp number of GAD TLC organizing team. Gayatri, please put this number in the Zoom chat if possible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now I am going to give a demo, right? So those who are on the system, they can try along with me. Please follow those steps as I am explaining step by step, right? So I'm sharing my screen again. Right? I hope my screen is visible and my Google Chrome page is visible to everyone. Right? So what you can do is either you can directly click on the link which is provided on your emails, or go to your browser, whichever browser you are using, Google, Firefox, Internet Explorer, etc., and type My eClass Academy, right? And click on it, right? So this is the same link of My eClass, which My eClass has sent to all the participants. So click on this My eClass Academy link. When you click on this link, right, this page will appear. This is the My eClass interface page, first page of the My eClass portal, right? And if you see on the upper right corner, there is a login tab. So click on this login tab, right? So when you click on login tab, I hope everyone is following me and doing side by side. Hanji, Miss Pooja ma'am, I hope you are following now, because I am repeating all the steps that was on the PDF which I was sharing, and now I am giving a live demo, right? Okay, thank you. So this is the login page of My eClass, right? So in this username column, put your email ID as username. So please put that email ID which you have used for this FDP, which you have used for registering to this FDP, right? So type that email ID here, and in the password column, put the temporary password which is provided to all the participants in their emails, right? So I'm typing the temporary password, right? And then click on this blue tab, that is login. Click on this blue tab, login, right? Okay, thank you. If everyone is following me, right? So this new page will appear. So here in this page, you are supposed to change your password. So because before proceeding to your My eClass, your OFDP 142, you have to change your password, because that password is a temporary password, right? So you must change your password to proceed, right? So in the current password column here, you are supposed to type that temporary password again. So just type that temporary password again here, which you have used for login to My eClass. And in the new password column, you are supposed to reset your password. And please remember, it must contain 8 characters. it must have uppercase, it must have some lowercase, it must have 1 digit and some non-alphanumeric character. So I am resetting my password, keeping in mind all those things, and type that password again in the new password again column. Right? And then click on this blue tab that is Save Changes. Click here, Save Changes. So when you click on Save Changes, it is saying password has been changed. And you are supposed to click on Continue. This blue tab, click here, right? Continue. So when you click on Continue, right? So see, a new page will appear. So this is the new page of my e-class, right? Here, what you have to do is, if you see on the upper left corner of this page, there are 9 dots. That is category of courses, right? Here, you are supposed to click on these 9 dots, category of courses, and a drop-down menu will appear. Then you are supposed to click on this training and workshops. Here, training and workshops. Click here on training and workshops, right? So as you can see, I am not able to see OFDP 142. So what I am going to do is just scroll down your page a little bit. Scroll down. And this is the OFDP 142, where you all participants have registered, right? So where you all are enrolled. So OFDP 142, this is the folder, right? And in case if somebody still is not able to find out OFDP 142, there is one more thing, search courses column. So what you can do is type OFDP-142 and click on Go. So when you click on Go, My eClass Academy will choose that particular folder for you, right? So this is the OFDP 142, right? So if you hover your mouse on the folder, it is not clickable, right? So you are supposed to click on the link of this OFDP 142 where mouse cursor changes into a hand, right? So here you are supposed to click on the link OFDP 142. So when you click on OFDP 142, right? So it takes you to the OFDP 142, right? If this page appears, right, that means you are successfully logged into your OFDP 142 on My eClass portal. In my case, it doesn't ask me to put an enrollment key, right? So for some participant, it may ask for an enrollment key. And if it asks for an enrollment key, put that enrollment key, which we have shared in the Zoom chat, right? This is the enrollment key I'll share. Yes, this is the enrollment key. 1420-107. If it asks for an enrollment key, right? For some participants, they directly get enrolled into this OFDP 142 on My eClass portal. So if this page appears, that means you are successfully logged into OFDP 142 on My eClass portal. And here you will be able to see all the recorded sessions, right? But yet no recorded session has been uploaded. So it takes some time for the organizing team to upload the recorded session. So you are supposed to wait for 1 or 2 days, right? And all the feedback forms will be available here, right? Day wise, and project assignment and quiz link will be active here in this link. But it is not active right now because it is just the second day of FTP. It will be active, and the organizing team will let you know when you are supposed to upload your assignments, when you are supposed to do your assignments, projects, and when you are supposed to attempt your quiz, right? And the link for photo ID submission is active. So you are supposed to upload your photo ID template here in this link. So I'll give a demo for how to upload assignment, project, and how to attempt quiz, etc. Right? So these are the steps for login to My eClass. If anybody is facing any issue, they can ask or write in the Zoom chat. Dr. I'm not able to pronounce correctly. Tamil Selviji, The password, temporary password is provided to you in your email. Please check your email, right? An email is sent to all the participants from this My eClass Academy with the link of My eClass Academy and a temporary password. Please check all the folders on your email, including spam. You will be able to find out, right? And in case if still anybody has not received any email from My eClass, right, they can just drop a message to GAD TLC team, or if you want to get it corrected right now, you can type your email in the Zoom chat, right? So this is the I'll share. This is the what? Sorry, just a minute. I'll share the number again of GAD TLC. So this is the GAD TLC's WhatsApp number, right? If you face any login issues or any, if you have not received email with the link and temporary password, just put your query on this number with your email ID and your OFDP 142, right? So our organizing team will get back to you as soon as possible. Yes. Any other query? Yes, I'm going to give a demo on that also. Somebody has not written their name. Anonymous attendee likha hua hai, right? So I'm give a demo how to upload assignment and how to upload your project and how to, and the same steps are for uploading your photo ID template, right? So I am sharing my screen again. I hope my screen is visible. And I have shared my screen. I hope, Gayatri, it is visible. Screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'm giving you a demo how to upload your assignment, quiz, and how to upload your project, etc., and how to attempt quiz on My eClass portal. This is just a demo course, and these are just demo assignments and demo project, etc. So the same type of links will be available on your OFDP 142 also, right? So there on the assignment link for uploading your assignment, click on the assignment link. You are supposed to click on the assignment link whenever you are ready to upload your assignment, right? So click on the assignment link. This type of page will appear, right? This type of page will appear on the My eClass Academy portal, right? So on this, you will be able to see a sample format, right? A template, a Word template for assignment. So this is the Word template link. What you are supposed to do is just click on the link. It will get downloaded on your system. It is a Word file, right? And you're supposed to edit this file only, right? You're supposed to write your name, OFDP code, your institution's name, and whatever question has asked in the assignment, you are supposed to do that and save that file in the Word format or in the PDF, right? And you are supposed to upload that file here on this link, right? And if you see on this page, the submission status it is showing is no attempt. That means you have not attempted to upload your assignment. And grading, no, not graded, due date is given, right? So whatever due date is there, it will be written there that up to which date you are supposed to upload your assignment, right? And for uploading your assignment, when you are you have saved your assignment and you are ready to upload, you are supposed to click on this Add Submission tab here, Add Submission. When you click on Add Submission, this new page will appear, right? And in this page, this is the this dotted column. You can directly drag and drop your file here, right? As we do to copy one file from one folder to another folder, just drag and drop in this column, right? In this box. or click on this icon, file icon. When you click on file icon, click on upload a file, then click on choose file, right? And choose your file wherever you have, in whichever folder you have saved, right? So I am choosing this file and click open. So this is the file which I am going to upload as an assignment, right? And for uploading, you are supposed to click on this blue tab, upload this file, right? So this is the file which I have, which I want to upload this file, right? And for final submission, click on save changes. This blue tab, save changes, right? So when you click on save changes, now see this page. Submission status, it is showing submitted for grading. And this is the file which you have uploaded. This is the file, right? You can click on the link of the file and you can see if you have uploaded the right file or not. And if you want to do any editing, right, you can do that also by clicking on edit submission. If you want to remove your file, you can do that by clicking on the remove submission, do the editing, do the changes, save the file again and upload the file again in the same manner. You can do this number of times, but before due date. Upload your assignment before due date, right? So these are the steps for uploading your assignment. Same steps are for uploading your project, right? Yes, if you have any queries, you can unmute yourself and you can directly ask your questions. Okay, so now I am going to give you a demo on how to upload a project. The steps are same for everything, right? So for uploading your project, click on the project link whenever that link is active on your OFDP 142. So click on project link. So similarly, as I have told in case of assignment, there will be a project template also in the Word format. Click on that link. That Word file get downloaded on your system. Open that file, do the changes, write your name, OFDP code, etc. Right? Do the questions whichever I have asked in the project, and then you are supposed to upload, right? In the same as I have told in the assignment section, submission status, it is showing no attempt because you have not uploaded any assignment, right? So for uploading assignment, again, click on the add submission. Just scroll down a page a little bit. Add submission, right? And you can directly drag and drop your file here in this box, or click on files, then upload a file, then choose file and choose the file from your destination folder and click on open. So this is the project file which I want to upload, right? And click on upload this file, this blue tab, upload this file, right? So this is the file which gets attached. Now for final submission, click on save changes, this blue tab, right? Now it is showing submitted for grading, and this is the project file which you have uploaded. You can edit your submission, you can remove this file, do the additions if you want to. If you want to do any editing or any changes, you can upload that file again any number of times, but please remember before due date, right? So if any queries are there, I can take the queries along with that.
Dr. Bijoy sir, if you have any queries, you can ask. You can unmute yourself and you can ask your queries. Dr. Bijoy Kumar Panda.
Yes, any participant, if they are facing any issues or login or any technical issues, they can ask directly. I'll take their queries. And for any queries, login issues or any technical queries, They can drop their message on GADTLC's WhatsApp number as well with their query and email ID.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm Dr. Sujini Kamble. So just you have given you have to upload the photos. Is it
Okay.
on
So
passports?
for uploading photos, the process is same. I'll show that also. Let me share my screen again. Yes, I'm sharing my screen. So for uploading your photo ID, so this is the OFDP 142, where you all participants are enrolled, right? So this is the photo ID submission. So this is the link for photo upload, but it is not a single photo, it is a template, right? So I'll just show that. Click on this link, right? So this page will appear. It is similar page as I have shown in case of assignment, in case of project, etc. And here you can see a photo submission template is there in the PPT format, in the PowerPoint format. So click on this link. It will get downloaded on your system, right? And then open this photo ID template, that is PPT. I hope my PPT is visible to everyone. Is this template visible to everyone? Gayatri, is it visible?
Yes,
It's
Yes,
visible.
ma'am. It is visible.
Right.
Yes,
Visible.
So
ma'am.
this is the template. And in this template, you're supposed to put your passport size picture here, right? Like we do, either you can directly copy your photo and paste it here, or do go to insert and click on pictures and choose your picture from the folder, right? And insert it here. And one photo you are supposed to paste it here is the photo or pic while attending this FTP, right? With your system. राइट मतलब आप लाइव सेशन जैसे देख रहे हो और साथ में किसी को कह दो कि आपकी फोटो खींच दें, या आप अपनी सेल्फी भी ले सकते हो, नॉट स्क्रीनशॉट्स, राइट? एंड पुट दैट पिक्चर हियर, and you are supposed to write your name, institution's name, and OFDP code. If you have not received your OFDP codes, please wait for 1-2 minutes. Organizing team will share your OFDP codes with you. Right? And you are supposed to put that OFDP code here. Save this file in the PPT format only, and then you are supposed to upload this file. I'll show one more template. Just a minute, and then I'll upload. I hope my screen is visible because I am sharing my whole screen. So this type of picture, this is Vimal ma'am's template, right? So this type of photo, passport size picture, and this type of picture while attending your FTP, or while doing your work on my e-class, or while watching recorded sessions, right? So you are supposed to put that picture, your picture like this. I hope it is clear, right? And
when we have to submit, upload these photos?
You are supposed to upload your assignment, project, and this photo ID template by the end of this FTP, and the organizing team will let you know which is the last date for uploading all these things. Not right now. अभी नहीं आपको अपलोड करने की जरूरत, आपको टाइम मिलेगा. और अगर if you are doing this FTP while taking duty leave, then by the end of this FTP, and if you are doing this FTP in the flexible mode, then organizing team will give you some time for uploading your assignments, project, and photo ID, right?
Okay.
And for uploading photo ID, steps are same. You are supposed to click on this add submission tab, then choose file, upload a file, right? Then choose file from the destination folder, right? Yeah, right. So this is my destination folder. So click on the file, open. Okay, so it is showing it is in this. Right. Then click on open. So that file will get attached to it. Then click on upload this file. Right? So it will get, yeah, this is the file, and click on save changes. Right? So this is the template which I have upload, template nahi, matlab photo ID for me, right? Which I have uploaded. Right? So the steps are same for uploading assignment, project, or your photo ID. I hope it is clear.
Yes, ma'am, it's clear.
Sneha Anand ma'am ji, you're saying that group picture is not available. Which type of group picture you are saying? हमने कोई group picture नहीं add करनी है. You are supposed to put your selfie or ask someone to take your picture while attending this FDP, right? Bijoy sir, this portal is not free for teachers. It is paid. If you want to take, I mean, this LMS, you are supposed to contact my eClass Academy organizers, right? And if you are attending this FDP, you can use this up to a certain time period, right? For uploading your assignments, projects, etc. Okay, thank you, Sneha Anand ma'am ji. Right. So now I am going to give a demo on how to attempt quiz on your My eClass OFTP 142.
Dr. Arpana ma'am, if you have any queries.
Yes, I can take the query if anybody is having.
Yes.
I am checking the question answer section and Zoom chat also. Yes, please. Yes, please. Anybody having any query?
No, ma'am. It was raised by mistake.
Okay, okay. No issues. So I'm sharing my screen again. Right. So now I'm going to give a demo on how to attempt quiz on your OFTP 142 on My eClass portal, right? So this type of quiz link will be available on your OFDP 142, but it is not active. No project, no assignment, no quiz link is active right now. It will be active, and the organizing team will let you know when you are supposed to attempt all these things, right? So when it is ready, when you are ready to attempt the quiz, then click on the quiz link, right? And there will be some instructions written for the quiz, attempting of your quiz. And when you, for attempting your quiz, a certain time period is will be given to all the participants, right? And it is a time-bound quiz, right? There will be some time and some questions will be there, right? For example, 30 questions or 40 questions, and the time limit will be 20 minutes or 30 minutes. Whatever the instructions will be, all those will be, I mean, told to all the participants before attempting your quiz. So when you are ready to attempt your quiz, click on this box that is attempt quiz now, and then click on start attempt, right? So this type of multiple choice questions will be there in the quiz. These are just demo questions, right? So what you are supposed to do is choose the right answer from the multiple answers, right? I am randomly choosing the answers. And for going to the next question, you are supposed to click on this next page, blue tab, next page. Second question will appear. And while attempting that quiz, if you see on this page on the right side, there is a quiz navigation tab. Quiz navigation tab. So this quiz navigation tab will let you know that how many questions are there in your quiz, how many questions you have answered, and how many questions you have not answered, and what time is left, right? For attempting your quiz. So timer will be there, right? So similarly, you are supposed to attempt the second question, give the answer of the second question, click on next page. Third question will appear, just give answer for that, right? You are supposed to choose the right answer and click on next page, etc. Right? And as you see on the quiz navigation tab, as I am attempting my answers, so it is also showing which questions I have answered. Right? If I hover my mouse on the fourth question, it is saying not yet answered. And suppose if I accidentally click on finish attempt, it will give a summary also of all the questions, that how many questions you have answered and which question you have not answered. And if you want to review your answers, if time allows, you can go to return to attempt. Click on this, return to attempt. So when you return to attempt, just review your answers and click on finish attempt, right? So it is again showing your summary. And if time allows, you can still return to attempt or review your answers. Or if time is not allowing you, then click on submit all and finish. And finally, submit all and finish. Right? In my case, it is showing 2 attempts are allowed, but in your case, only 1 attempt will be allowed. Right? I hope all the steps are clear. And if still any queries are there, I can see.
Dr. Bhaswaraj sir, Dr. Bhaswaraj sir, if you have any queries, you can ask freely.
Yes, please. Any queries? If you are on your systems, you can share your screen. I will guide you how to, log into my e-class step by step. I can do that also. If any participant wants to share their screen and
Yes, Dr. Rishipal sir, if you want to ask, please unmute yourself and you can ask any question. Dr. Rishipal sir.
or write in the chat or question answer section. I'll take your query.
Madam, I'm Dr. Basavaraj from Bangalore.
Yes, sir.
Madam, my question is that all these assignments and then quiz projects, it's done at the end of the FDP program, right?
Yes, at the end of the FDP.
Not during the...
Because I think no assignment or project is given right now. So
Okay,
the organizing team will let you know during these FDP days that what is the assignment and what is the project and when you are supposed to upload your assignments and projects, etc.
Now we have to log in and keep it ready. My e-class dashboard.
Yes. Just try to log into my e-class and the recorded session of the previous day. That is, I think it is started yesterday. So it will be uploaded by the evening, by today evening or by tomorrow morning. So you can watch the recorded sessions, right?
Right.
All the informations will be provided on my e-class as well. It is provided during the live sessions also, and it will be on the my e-class portal also.
Thank you.
Right.
Dr. Rishipal sir.
And this PDF, which I have shared for login steps, right? It will also be shared with you, all the participants in your WhatsApp group, right? And in case of any query or any technical issue, you can drop a message on the WhatsApp number of GADTLC. Right, it is 9810. It is written in the Zoom chat as well. 98104-54703. So just drop a message with your query whatever query you have and your email ID, right? Our organizing team members will get back to you as soon as possible.
Hello, excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I would like to ask that is it automatic savable if I am not able to save final submit it?
No. You are supposed to click on save changes.
Okay. नहीं,
Yeah.
madam, after completing my question answer, if I am not able to save it, then it will be
Okay.
automatically saved, or I have or not.
Then the organizing team will have to check if you have attempted your questions and it gets saved or not. So that's why I am saying that you are supposed to finish your quiz in the time limit,
Yes.
right?
Okay.
वैसे कई बार मतलब हो जाते हैं सेव, लेकिन
मैडम,
कई
कई
बार कुछ टेक्निकल इशू आ जाए तो नहीं भी सेव होते. सो इसलिए यू आर सपोज टू फिनिश योर क्विज इन द ड्यू टाइम ओनली.
मैडम कई बार क्या होता है कि हम लोग जब सेव करते हैं उसको, तो उस केस में क्या होता है कि जो हमने अटेम्प्ट कर रखा है वो ऑटोमेटिकली कंटिन्यूटी में सेव होता चला जाता है. ठीक है.
हाँ, वो
अगर मान लो हम लोग लास्ट में सबमिट नहीं कर पाते हैं किसी वजह से, तो वो मतलब हमारा ऐसा से रहेगा ना, सेव्ड रहेगा ना.
हाँ, ऐसा रहेगा. हाँ, अनटिल और अनलेस कोई टेक्निकल इशू ना आ जाए.
यस.
हाँ.
ओके, थैंक यू मैम.
वेलकम. एनी अदर क्वेरी? Supriya ji, which study material you are saying? Study material किस चीज का? All these recorded sessions, live sessions of this FTP will be available as recorded session in on my e-class portal, and you can watch these any number of times, right? आप जितनी बार मर्जी recorded session जो हैं वो देख सकते हो, right? सुजाता जी, नहीं, डेली नहीं आपको पिक्चर लेनी है, जस्ट वन टाइम. जस्ट वन टाइम. ओके.
Ma'am, one more thing. We have still yesterday's participants are not added, so they have not received the mail from my class. So just kindly announce that those who are yet to be taken into the list, registration list, will be getting by today or maximum by tomorrow the password and the link of my class. So there are around 10 to 15 participants who have still not received the mail.
Okay, so don't worry, dear participants, you will get your email by as ma'am has told, right, by evening or by yesterday morning, tomorrow morning, right? And for login steps, the PDF will be shared with all the participants in their WhatsApp group, right? They can follow those steps and easily you can enter into my e-class. Yes, any other query? And I think it is live on YouTube also. So the YouTube video links can be shared with the participants if they have not watching this live session. Yes, any other query, please, regarding any login issue or uploading of assignment or attempting of quiz or anything? Dr. N. Tamil Selvi, assignment and quiz date, all these things will be announced during the live sessions of this FTP, and don't worry about it. And it will also be told in the WhatsApp group of your participants group, right? So it is yet not as announced. No information is given right now. Yes, any other query? Okay, thank you. Supriya ji, for quiz, the quiz questions will be from the live sessions of this FTP. All the questions will be from these sessions, right? So you are supposed to watch the live. If you are not able to watch live session, you can see the recorded sessions of FTPs. So nothing will be out of this, right?
Hello,
Yes, yes, ma'am.
madam, the Saturday, Sunday, the FTP will be there. This Saturday and Sunday.
I think Saturday, Sunday nahi hai.
Ma'am, we have it on Saturday, but not on Sunday.
Okay.
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 Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Okay, madam. Thank you.
Yes, any other query, please? So I hope no more queries are there, ma'am.
Just a last question, madam.
Yes, sir.
I
Yes,
just
sir.
wanted to know that like 2:15 to 2:30, there is a group photo session.
Okay.
It will be told in the live session, like when will be the group photo every day.
Sir, we are trying because we are having little technical glitch because those who are not panelists, we are not able to access their live pic. So yesterday also we had the technical problem. So we'll be announcing during the session, if in case if it is possible today. Otherwise, we are taking geotag photos and we are
Okay.
recording the attendance from the Zoom platform. We are recording the attendance.
And it's like our video is not appearing anywhere in the participant or whatever. Like it's getting recorded. I believe it's probably.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's totally recorded. The entire session is recorded.
Thank you.
Yes, any other query, please, regarding login to my eClass or uploading of assignment, project, or attempting quiz, anything? Supriya ji is saying that she is not been added to WhatsApp group. So organizing team will see to this, right? And Bola Nagmani ji, if you have not received any email from my eClass Academy, don't worry about it. Just drop a message on the WhatsApp number of GADTLC, right, with your email ID and your query. Our organizing team will send the link by evening or by tomorrow morning, right? Yes, any other issue? Any other query, please? Dr. Hema, ma'am, I think there are no more queries.
Yes, ma'am.
So,
Ma'am, I hope you have seen the Q&A sheet because there are a lot of questions. I hope you have taken them.
yes, I have taken all the queries from that section as well.
Okay.
Yes.
And once again, if you can just we will wind up.
Okay. Actually, the PDF which I have shared here, right? That PDF will also be shared with all the participants. I'll share the screen again and repeat the steps hurriedly one more time, right? So this is the, this is the PDF of OFDP 142. So here all the steps are there. So this is the My eClass link. So you are supposed to click on the My eClass Academy link on your email IDs, or just type this My eClass Academy on the your browser, Google browser or Firefox, etc. Then this page will appear, and here there is a login tab. Click on the login tab. A new page will appear. This is the login page, and you're supposed to put your email ID, a temporary password. Click on the login tab, right? And this new page will appear, and here you are supposed to change your password. Then click on save changes, right? And this page will of My eClass will appear. You're supposed to click on the category of courses and then training and workshops. Then you will be able to see this folder that is OFDP 142. Click on this link, and if it asks for an enrollment key, this is the enrollment key of this OFDP 142. Put that enrollment key, click on enroll me, right? And this is the page of your OFDP 142 where you are supposed to log in for uploading your assignment, project, quiz, etc. And this is very, very important, because if you are not logged into OFDP 142, you will not be able to upload your assignment, project, and attempt quiz. And for getting a graded certificate, you are supposed to log into this My E-Class portal. And in case of any query, just drop a message on this WhatsApp number of GAD-TLC 98104-54703. So I hope all the participants are acquainted with the steps for login to My E-Class, or any technical issue you are facing, just drop a message. We'll get back to you as soon as possible. Don't worry about it. Right? And for the last time, I'll see. For Bijoy sir, you're supposed to fill OFDP 142 code. The codes will be provided to all the participants by today evening or by tomorrow morning. Don't worry about it. Right? Right. So thank you so much. Thank you, dear participants. I hope, ma'am, I have
Thank you so much.
all the queries. Yes.
Have been very kind enough to have taken all the queries and in fact repeated your answers, and I'm sure every participant is very clear how to use My Class.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
From our side, thank you so much, ma'am, for making it possible and sparing your valuable time. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, dear participants, and all the best for your FTP. Thank you, everyone.
Well, thank you, team GAD-TLC, for having demonstrated the use of My Class LMS. I believe every participant is very clear. In case of any queries, we have posted the number to reach out to the team in the WhatsApp group as well. And I'm sure they'll be of help anytime. So moving on further, we'll have our first session of the day, technical session of the day. We are just waiting for our expert ma'am to join. I have received the message, she's just joining. So by the time madam joins, I'll take the liberty of introducing her. We'll have two sessions, one after the other. So the first session will be led by Professor Vijita Agarwal, and the second session of the day would be by Dr. Pooja Sharma. Dr. Vijita ma'am is a senior academician. Basically, ma'am is engaged in international affairs collaboration. And I'm just waiting for ma'am to join because I believe she would be impressed by hearing her own accomplishments. So I believe because just she texted me, I'm joining in 5 minutes. So if you all please give me the leverage, I would like to wait for madam to join. Well, ma'am is asking for 5 minutes more. I'll just go ahead with her CV, introducing madam. Basically, it's our privilege to have Professor Vijita Agarwal with us today. She is a distinguished speaker who has excelled in forging successful partnership and collaboration in the higher education sector. Her insights and experience are undoubtedly going to inspire us, guide us, and navigate us towards the path of excellence. Ma'am is the Senior Professor of Management and Director, International Affairs at Guru Gobind Singh Indraprasth University, Delhi. She has always been a forward-thinking academician with proven record of accomplishments spanning over 21 years. She is a recipient of the prestigious Erasmus Mundus Scholarship for European Research Masters at University of London. She is focused on developing the skills of the students so as to make them employment ready. She has a strong interdisciplinary foundation which enables a holistic perspective. She is associated with various institutions like IIT Roorkee, IIT Kota, and NLC Shimla as a visiting or adjunct faculty. She has a strong interdisciplinary foundation which enables a holistic perspective overall, and as Director International Affairs, she has focused on the enhancement of cross-cultural appreciation and experience of international students. She has been consistently working on women issues and has written on the importance of inclusive and accessible workplaces. She is a recipient of many prestigious awards as well. She is a member of many professional bodies and societies. She has delivered many invited lectures, undertaken many sponsored projects, designed multiple courses, and organized many events. She has published enormous articles in journals of international repute. It's a privilege to have Madam as one of the speakers in the ongoing FTP. So I hope the moment Madam joins, we'll request her to start her address. But by the time Madam joins, I believe we can request any of the participants who has anything to say about the ongoing FDP. So we welcome suggestions. I hope even criticisms are open. So I request any participant to kindly help us in filling up the gap. If you have any inputs, we are welcoming from your side. I request Sunil sir to kindly unmute when the hand is raised. Please allow the participant to put up their views across. We also welcome that if you want to kindly introduce yourself, any participant, we would be very happy to know about your profile. So we welcome your interaction, please. If any participant is willing to let us know from which institute you are representing. We sincerely apologize for the delay.
Dr. B. Nagamani sir has been introduced, ma'am, and sir is Professor Vishwandha Institute of Pharmaceutical Science, Visakhapatnam.
So we can
And sir is
kindly
saying that
unmute them.
very well organized.
Sunil sir, can we unmute the participants so that they can introduce themselves?
Hello, ma'am. Ma'am. Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Yes, madam, please.
Good morning, ma'am. I'm Dr. Nagamani, Professor from Vishwanath Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences from Visakhapatnam.
Right,
Hello,
ma'am.
ma'am. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, yes, ma'am. We can hear you, please. Go ahead.
I have no queries about the program, but I want to tell you one thing is, so actually the next day the program starts, so I didn't receive any mail or WhatsApp, but I've rang up you, but immediately your response, it's an awesome response from you, immediately you responded for that, and the arrangements, so the way you are explaining everything is very nicely arranged. So really excited to go to the next sessions, ma'am. Thank you very much for arranging this type of activity and awaiting for new sessions in future also, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much. We have a long journey yet to go. I hope we keep maintaining the tempo what we have started with. I think ma'am has joined. Thank you so much, Nagamani ma'am.
Sorry, I'm really very sorry, but there was something very pressing, and I thought it'll finish off 2-3 minutes before, but I'm really sorry.
No problem, ma'am. First of all, we welcome you, and we are highly indebted that you made it for today's session. And with your permission, I had the liberty of introducing you already to the audience, and we all are impressed and touched by your accomplishments, and definitely motivated that we lead the path what you have led. So, ma'am, I would request you to kindly proceed with your address and session. Thank you so much.
I need a little help from you. Can somebody do the slides for me? आपको मैंने PPT भेजी थी. Can somebody do the slides?
Yes, ma'am. I request Debashish sir, kindly, ma'am, can you mail us the PPT? If you can mail us your PPT.
आपको मैंने WhatsApp पे कर दिया, madam.
Okay, I'll share it to my colleague, ma'am. Just give us 2 minutes. So we'll help you out.
Okay.
I'm requesting Debashish sir. I have shared ma'am's PPT on your WhatsApp. Please share the screen and start the slideshow.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, I quickly can one of the participants be made a panelist, or can I just interact with the person? Otherwise, it becomes very difficult to have an interactive session. Debashish ji, is it possible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So any of the participants, if they can be allowed to speak, it'll be really nice.
Sure.
Gee, can we start, Debashish sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So it is the my topic which I'm going to discuss today is that why do universities need to internationalize, need to have international collaborations? And then I'm going to go further into that. What are the benefits? How you can go about it? What are the barriers you'll face? And how you can overcome the barriers. Now, first of all, we all know that internationalization has become very, very important. And आप किसी में भी देखें, you are always asked what is your Times ranking, what is your QS ranking. How many of you are aware of QS ranking? Anybody? Hanji, who is the participant who is going to interact with me? Who is the participant who is interacting with me? Can you please unmute yourself? कौन है देवशीष?
I can request Nagamani madam, you please be interactive with ma'am because she's been requesting.
Sure, ma'am.
Okay. So Nagamani madam, आप अपना वीडियो भी ऑन कर लीजिए so that we have a little interactive session.
Actually,
Okay. So please tell me why, how, have you heard of QS ranking? देखिए, अगर आप लोग सब अपने वीडियोस बंद करके रहेंगे तो पता ही नहीं चल रहा है कि आप कुछ और काम कर रहे हैं या लेक्चर अटेंड कर रहे हैं, तो थोड़ा सा इंटरैक्टिव हो जाए so that it is easier for all of us. देवशीष सर, आप ही ऑन कर लें अगर नागमणि मैडम नहीं कर रही हैं तो. Okay, good. So ma'am, have you heard of QS ranking?
you are not audible, ma'am.
I'm not audible.
Yes, ma'am. Hello.
I am not audible. Am I not audible?
Ma'am, we can hear you. Ma'am, ma'am is audible at your end. Are you able to hear her?
Hello, ma'am. You're not audible, ma'am.
अरे
Yes, ma'am.
हेमा
Now
जी,
you are
आपको
audible.
आवाज आ रही है?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you. We can hear you.
तो इसका मतलब पार्टिसिपेंट्स को सुनाई नहीं दे रहा.
Ma'am, just check your net connectivity. I hope other participants, the audibility is clear.
Yes, now ma'am is
Yeah,
audible.
we can hear.
Yes, ma'am, you can proceed, ma'am. We can hear you.
Okay. ओके ओके, तो छोड़ दीजिए नागमणि जी, आई थिंक यू आर आउट समवेयर, आप छोड़ दीजिए. हेमा जी, I'll just give me one participant with whom I can interact. And
Ma'am,
then-
I request Sunil sir. Sunil sir, you can keep your video on and kindly be interactive with ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Sunil Chahar ji, nice to see you here. So I was asking, how many of you have you heard of US ranking?
Yes, ma'am.
So why are we trying to have the world ranking, and why are these ranking important? Now, please understand that आज की तारीख में हम G20 में पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे हैं. G20 का मोटो है वसुधैव कुटुंबकम. When we are talking about world as a global village, we definitely need to take the whole world whenever we are making any decisions, whenever we are launching anything, we have to take the whole global perspective. देखिए, now with new education policy coming up, with more and more AI coming in, with more and more world getting integrated, with the formal degrees not required so mandatorily for the jobs, we are moving on to a situation where we have to, any action we take will be impacting, and we will get impacted by the world. देखिए 2005 में इंडिया ने जनरल अग्रीमेंट ऑन ट्रेड एंड सर्विसेज साइन किया था. तब से we had to open up our different sectors. We did not open up because we thought that we are not geared, or we are not strong enough to face the global competitiveness. But not any longer. Now we have to open up our education sector. We have to become globally competitive. And you all know that so many universities from abroad are trying or have already opened up their offices here in India. Now, with this, I want to emphasize again that QS ranking are becoming more and more important, or our ranking in the world order is becoming more and more important. एक आपको बात बताते हैं कि what is happening is that जैसे how many of you have filed your income tax? सर आपने फाइल किया अपना इनकम टैक्स?
Yes, ma'am. We every time we file our income tax.
तो जब हम इनकम टैक्स फाइल करते हैं आज की तारीख में, तो आपके पैन नंबर से जोड़ के वो आपको सारा कुछ लाके दे देते हैं ना. उसी तरीके से अब क्यूएस रैंकिंग भी ऐसी हो गई है कि even if you are not applying, whatever data is available, they are going to consolidate the data and they are going to put it up. Like I am teaching at Guru Gobind Singh Indraprasth University, we were very surprised कि हमारी यूनिवर्सिटी खुद ब खुद we came into world ranking of 1400 to 1500, and ये यूएस ने अपने आप रैंकिंग कर दी थी. हमारी हमने शायद एक बार बस अप्लाई किया था, but we did not fill any forms, we did not do anything, but we got the ranking. Delhi University got the ranking between 400 to 700 वाली रैंकिंग दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी को मिली. तो अब आप देखिए कि ये आपकी शूलनी या चित्कारा यूनिवर्सिटी को भी रैंकिंग मिली है. अब now is the time that we have to think, whatever we are thinking, we have to think in collaboration with international universities. Can we go to the second slide? Now, see, why जब हम बात करते हैं कि हमको इंटरनेशनल कोलैबोरेशंस में जाना चाहिए, देखिए so many times it happens that we are reinventing the wheels. जो काम ऑलरेडी हो चुका है हम दोबारा से करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. अब आपको पता होगा कि when US and USSR, they were like totally against each other. Still, they were working collaboratively on some aspects of space program. Why were they doing it? After all, you have to consolidate your resources and then you have to work at it. So, and एक और भी बात है, कई बार क्या होता है, जैसे अब आपको जान के आश्चर्य होगा कि जो सरकार है हिंदुस्तान की, जो इंडियन गवर्नमेंट है, जो मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एजुकेशन है, they are giving emphasis on sharing of the resources. For example, I am very closely associated with IIM Jammu and IIT Jammu. IIT Jammu and IIM Jammu were not given resources to build up their own auditorium. उन्होंने कहा नहीं, शहर में बहुत ऑडिटोरियम है, आप अपने ऑडिटोरियम वहां पे यूज करिए. Why do you want to have a separate auditorium? Why are you not collaborating with outside? अभी last weekend ये जो राष्ट्रीय शिक्षण समागम हुआ था प्रगति मैदान में, which was very very enthusiastically participated with, उसमें जो हमारे मिनिस्टर ऑफ एजुकेशन है धर्मेंद्र प्रधान जी, उन्होंने भी यही बात की थी कि आपको कोलैबोरेटिव काम करना है. और उन्होंने एक और बहुत अच्छी बात कही जो मैं आगे भी एम्फसाइज करूंगी. उन्होंने कहा हम इंटरनेशनल कोलैबोरेशन की बात करते हैं, पर हम उसी स्टेट में अक्रॉस स्टेट्स, अक्रॉस डिस्ट्रिक्ट क्यों नहीं कोलैबोरेट करते? Why do we have to build up separate structures and not have collaborative working? So this also becomes very, very important that you have to have a collaborative structure so that आपकी जो resources हैं, they are also conserved. Then एक और बहुत है, अभी देखिए, I do not know how many of you filled, अभी ICCR की कॉल आई थी, कॉल फॉर प्रपोजल 30 लाख की थी, and the project had to get finished within 6 months, and the project had more chances of getting accepted if there were collaborators. क्या मुझे राजीव जी आप बता सकते हो why there is so much of importance on collaborations?
Ma'am, definitely collaboration is they provide the opportunities in publications, provide opportunity, research collaboration, funding. You have also mentioned these points.
Yes, देखिए, आपको अगर आप कोलैबोरेट नहीं करेंगे, अभी मैं एक सेमिनार में थी, तो बहुत अच्छी बात बोली वहां पर कि हम लोग जो करते हैं, हम कहते हैं हम कॉम्पीट करेंगे, बट कॉम्पीट करने से आपका नहीं होगा. हाउ मच कैन यू कम्पीट? द टाइम इज टू कोलैबोरेट. देखिए, इफ यू कोलैबोरेट then you will be able to achieve more. You will be able, अगर आप अकेले, देखिए जब असेंबली लाइन प्रोडक्शन नहीं था, जब एक ही आदमी हर काम करता था, तो इवन एक स्मॉलेस्ट चीज लाइक पिन बनाने में, ऑल पिन बनाने में भी आप पूरे दिन में एक डिब्बी ऑल पिन से ज्यादा नहीं बना पाते थे, बिकॉज द सेम पर्सन वाज डूइंग सेम. जब असेंबली लाइन प्रोडक्शन हुआ, तो वो जो एक डब्बी का जो आपका प्रोडक्शन था, वो सैकड़ों डिब्बी में ट्रांसलेट हो गया, बिकॉज यू हैड स्पेशलाइजेशन ऑफ जॉब्स. अब अगर आप कोई रिसर्च कर रहे हैं, somebody is very good in field work, Somebody is very good in writing proposals. Somebody is very good in analyzing this thing. Somebody is very good with fieldwork interviews. Imagine if you bring all the expertise together, how good report you can write. Yes or no? So this is very important that we collaborate. Now, एक और बात है कि हम लोग interdisciplinary की बात कर रहे हैं. आज की तारीख में अभी how many of you have heard that one tapeworm which is 46,000 years old and it was in permafrost condition. It was brought in and then it is when it was brought in and in the lab when it was given some warmth, it started reproducing. Now, एक फिनोमिना है. इस फिनोमिना को कितने लोग अलग अलग तरीकों से देख सकते हैं, पढ़ सकते हैं. और आप देखिए, बायोटेक्नोलॉजी वाले पढ़ सकते हैं, इसको फिजिक्स वाले पढ़ सकते हैं, बायोलॉजी वाले पढ़ सकते हैं, बॉटनी वाले पढ़ सकते हैं, आपके स्पिरिचुअल लीडर्स पढ़ सकते हैं, आपके जो फिल्म बना रहे हैं वो पढ़ सकते हैं. भाई आपके जो पुराणों में जो आपका जिक्र है कि लोग वो सो गए और सो के उठे तो दुनिया बदल चुकी थी, लेकिन वो सो के उठ गए. There are so many interpretations of a single phenomena. And if you have in this phenomena, if you have a team of people from diverse background coming and studying, you can really, really learn this phenomena. देखिए, हम में से बहुत से लोगों ने इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टम्स पे काम किया होगा. How many of you have worked on Indian knowledge system? राजीव जी, आपने किया है इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टम पे काम? राजीव जी?
Ma'am, we have seen
that.
Basically, earlier there was a ashram system in India that was adopted. Then again,
system में देखिए, हमारे यहाँ आज की तारीख में अगर आप स्कैंडिनेवियन कंट्रीज की बात कहें, जहां पे हम सबसे बोलते हैं कि उनके यहाँ का जो एजुकेशन सिस्टम है वो बहुत एडवांस है, वहां पर स्कूल लेवल पे आपको सब्जेक्ट्स नहीं पढ़ाए जाते, आपको थीम्स पढ़ाए जाते हैं. तो अगर आपको माउंटेन पढ़ा लो तो माउंटेन में वो आपको ये बताएंगे माउंटेन्स कैसे बड़े हुए हैं, किस तरीके से हुए हैं, ये जो पर्टिकुलर माउंटेन है उसकी ज्योग्राफिकल क्या है, यहाँ पे क्या क्या उगता है. जब उन्होंने उगने की बात की तो एग्रीकल्चर पे पहुंच गए. यहाँ किस किस तरीके के लोग रहते हैं तो आप सोशो पॉलिटिकल पे हो गए. किस तरीके की इकोनॉमी है तो आप इकोनॉमिक्स पे पहुंच गए. किस तरीके का ट्रेड है, किस तरीके से आप यहाँ से एक्सपोर्ट होता है, क्या क्या इंपोर्ट होता है. आपने एक माउंटेन पढ़ाया, लेकिन उस माउंटेन से आपने सब कुछ बता दिया. अब इसी तरीके से मुझे याद आता है कि मैं एक बार गांधी जी के साथ मेरी संस्मरण करके, मेरे ख्याल से बिरला के संस्मरण पढ़ रही थी, बिरला जी के बेटे के संस्मरण पढ़ रही थी शायद मैं. तो उन्होंने बताया कि एक बार वो गांधी जी के पास गए और गांधी जी उस वक्त सूत काट रहे थे. तो गांधी जी ने उनको कहा कि आइए बैठिए. छोटा सा बच्चा था 12-13 साल का, और उनसे पूछा कि मैं क्या काट रहा हूँ. उन्होंने कहा सूत. अच्छा, ये कहाँ पे उगता है? तो उन्होंने बताया कि ये डेक्कन प्लेटो पे. अच्छा, कौन से सॉइल होता है? सॉइल बता दिया. अच्छा, तो कौन कौन लोग करते हैं, क्या क्या कंडीशंस होती है इस सूट को? अरे राजीव जी, एक बात बताइए, डू वी हैव सम नॉन हिंदी स्पीकिंग पीपल आल्सो इन दिस ग्रुप?
Yes, ma'am, we will add the.
Oh, then I'll speak in English. So then he asked that what are people who are, what are farmers doing here? Then they talked about farmers. Then he said, okay, what is happening with industrial revolution? What are we getting? Are we getting imported clothes? So how is it impacting farmers? So then they discussed about export-import of India and Britain. Imagine just making of a thread, and they discussed geography, they discussed farming, they discussed export-import, they discussed the socio-economic conditions. So this is how the education should be. The education should be so comprehensive. This was happening in our ancient knowledge system. For example, we all one of the Vedic shlok which we often pray on is Purnamida Purna Purnam Gacchate Purnasya Purnamavaya Purnameva Vashishyate. We say we are whole in ourselves, we come from whole, and we are trying to do Paramatma, Atma, and then we are trying to say this. But you will be surprised that this is actually a Bhaskaracharya Gadit Sutra. Now you see the profoundness of studies when everything is becoming interconnected. And this interconnectedness can only happen when you have collaborations. Yes or no? Yes or no, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Everything is interconnected.
Now, see, it becomes important that we are able to do interdisciplinary studies. And this happens. And why does this happen? Importantly, because the more you do interdisciplinary studies, it becomes more and more collaborating, and it becomes more and more beneficial to the society as a whole. Also, what happens is that you get educational opportunities. Why is there so much of emphasis on, thank you. Why is there so much of emphasis on that you should, these days, pehle bhi hota tha. You remember about Nalanda, Takshila. Chinese scholars used to give exams, they used to come study here, they used to spend so much of their time here. Why was it happening? Because they wanted to have educational opportunities which were available in India. Now, we have very good infrastructure outside of India. We have very good labs in US, Australia. We have very good laser technology equipments in these developed countries, in Germany especially. Why should my student not take advantage of these? But most of my students are not able to spend so much of money. They don't have that much of capacity to study abroad for 2, 3, 4 years. But if I have collaborations, then my student can go for 2 months and do his experiments abroad, and he can come back and enrich my educational landscape. True or not? So, and then also with this, you can have very, very good publications. The moment you start collaborating, the moment you start taking help from each other, your education, your studies, they take a quantum jump, and you are able to take advantage of the पब्लिकेशन नेटवर्क. देखिए एक और भी बात है, जब आप पब्लिकेशंस की बात करते हैं, आज की तारीख में आप जितना कोलैबोरेटिव पब्लिश करोगे आपके उतने चांसेस है पब्लिश होने के। अभी एक जब ये कोविड के दौरान चैट जीपीटी पे एक पेपर आया था विच वाज वेरी वेल cited. उसके can you imagine how many, and it was in mostly people were from India, 150 people had collaborated. And why these 150 people came together? Because ये चैट जीपीटी पे इनिशियल पेपर था, सबसे ज्यादा साइट हो रहा है, अब तक उसके 1000 पब्लिकेशन साइटेशंस हो गए हैं। अब आप देखिए कि वो किस तरीके से आपके साइटेशन ज्यादा हो गए, and this only was possible because of collaborative. Then global challenges है, देखिए things like global warming. क्या is global warming pertaining only to India? Is it pertaining only to Arctic? Is it pertaining only to US? No. I just read day before that by 2025, the ocean currents, there will be a major disruption in ocean currents. And imagine if there is a major disruption in ocean currents, all of you would be knowing that when we have warm ocean currents, it makes the area around it warmer, even if it is in very cold altitude, but the area around it becomes warmer. Suppose this prediction comes true, and by 2025, we have disruption in ocean currents. Can you even imagine what kind of havoc it will have? So the global challenges, the world, we have to understand that the world is interconnected. We have one Vedvakya, which says that everything is connected. Aham Brahmasmi. I am the divine soul. I am the Brahman. If everything is connected, then how can we not have one incident impacting everyone? So this becomes very, very important that we see that global challenges are for everyone. It is not that it is only for one or two countries. All the countries are interconnected. Then very important thing is technology transfer. बहुत पहले, I think 10, 12 years before, I was talking to the PVC equivalent, जैसे हमारे यहाँ प्रो वाइस चांसलर होते हैं, वैसे ही प्रिंसटन यूनिवर्सिटी के PVC आए थे, और ये 12-13 साल पुरानी बात है. And what had happened, he was talking that, oh, China, and that was also the time, if you remember, Obama administration had come, and Obama administration was having a lot of tie-ups with China. So Chinese, they had a lot of collaboration with US universities, and they set up a lab, like in US, one of the good funded lab also will have 50, 60 scientists working. But Chinese made the lab so big that 150, 160, 170, even 200 scientists were working in the labs. And they had best of the US talent working for them because they had collaborations. And that US talent, that US professor trained the Chinese professors who were working under him. And we see the result now. Do you see the result? That those professors who were working under that accomplished, perhaps Nobel laureate US professors have become as accomplished as him, and China is able to do its own research. The same thing Indian government is trying to do. We are trying to have collaborations. There is so much of emphasis on collaborations. And right now, let me tell you, all the universities, I have every week, I'm Director International Affairs at Guru Gobind Singh Indraprasth University. Every week, we have people coming in so that we go into collaborations with them. Why? They are coming in for the students which we can give to them. Okay. So this is the time that we should be very, very careful, and we should have collaborations based on, not that we give them students who are paid, but based on technology transfer, your students getting trained, your faculty getting trained, you getting access to their good machines where you can learn. And it's only then we will be able to achieve the dream of having some good indigenous researches in India. Next slide, please. Next slide. Sir, आपके students, are they awake or they are just switched off?
No, ma'am. All are aware.
Okay, good. So now the thing is, we have talked so much about international collaboration, and we have talked about why do we need collaboration. So let me just quickly recapitulate that why do we need international collaboration? We get access to diverse expertise. We have global knowledge sharing. We are able to work on the global thrust areas. We get access to specialized resources. It is very important also that we start understanding the cultural context with international collaborations. We are also able to scale up our capacity. Funding opportunities आपको मिल जाती हैं. You are able to attract talent, as I told you the example of US. You get more educational opportunities. You get access to the market, like what China did. China first improved on its innovation and then it got access to the market. Then your research quality and impact improves. And then you are able to take policy decisions which are good for your country, which are good for your institute, which are good for your region. Next slide, please. Now something which is very, very important. See, when we talk about international collaborations, how do you go? एक तो in Indian context, we have Government of India's guidelines to about what kind of collaborations we can do. See, Indian government is very, very aware of the fact that this can, if we are not careful, this can become intellectual colonialism. That means that the whole of the education sector can get dominated by the foreign players. And that is why we do not want to do this. For this, Government of India has given a few guidelines. And one of the major guidelines is that you cannot have a dual degree program with, you can, or let me put it another way, you can have a dual degree program only with the universities which come in first 100 program. That means if only the first 100 universities will be able to come to India and set up their campuses. Second, which is very important, is that suppose you are sitting in India and you want to get into international collaborations. The first thing is that you have to identify your potential partners. you have to identify, okay, this country I want to partner with, these are the universities I want to partner with. A very good way of establishing contact is there are lots and lots of conferences and seminars which are conducted by the foreign country delegation. Like today, I'll be going after this lecture, I'll be going to Shangri-La, where Thailand government delegation is putting up their stalls, and they have invited their top-notch universities. So this is the way where you can try and see that what are the universities I am interested in, and are these universities coming to India? If you contact the international office of those universities, they will also tell you that we are having our exhibition here, or you can talk to this and this person, and that will be a very nice point for all of you to establish contact. Then, these days, what you should do, what I have seen works really well, please do not try and break ice when you're meeting first. Try and establish contact with online platforms. When you have online platforms, you try and establish contacts. Try and go through their website. Try and see where you can have synergy, where you can have collaborations, so that when you are meeting the university in person, your groundwork is already done. This becomes very, very. Then one more thing which you can do. Suppose the establishment with Murdoch University, we had it because one of our research scholars had become a faculty there in Murdoch University. So it became very easy for us to capitalize on that contact and try and build on it. So please, whenever you are targeting some university, please try and see what can be your point of contact. Then, see, even if you do not have a point of contact which you can, which comes to your mind, just go through the website and you try and contact the persons responsible. Almost 80% of the time, the people who are in the top notch areas, they try and contact you. When you are contacting them, they respond to you. One very important thing is, when you are contacting them, please do not beat around the bush. You have to be very clear in what you want. What are you trying to set up a whole degree program? Do you want to have a semester exchange? Do you want to have a faculty exchange? Do you want to call their faculty for an immersive program? Do you want your students and faculty to go for the immersive program? Also try and see who is going to bear the cost, what kind of boarding and lodging arrangements you can offer. You have to be very, very clear on these. And also, one very good point is, have a draft MOU ready with you. Whenever I go abroad, I have a draft MOU ready with me. And on that draft MOU, we try and see that what slight changes we can make, and then we can actually achieve the goals which we have kept for ourselves. Then also, these are very basic tips, but they become very important. Please see that what kind of communication you are doing. The way we Indians do communication and the way especially the US, UK and Australia, they do the communication is very different. We try to build very long sentences. We try to say a lot of things in one paragraph. Please do not do that. Make your sentences crisp. Whatever you have to say, and you might say, ma'am is trying to teach us how to write mails. No. This is my experience which is speaking. The more crisp you are, the more objective driven you are in your communication, the better results, the better responses you will get. Then there are some legal and ethical concerns which you have to, like, suppose there is some kind of legal issues, which court it will be taken to. And you have to think that a lot of countries, they are very wary of Indian legal system. So the better thing is to put the clause that wherever the dispute is arising, we are going to take it to that country's legal system. Also, when you are trying to write, please try and give timelines. Okay, I want to have, for example, you say, we want to start a joint program in academic year 2025. Be very clear ki aap kab, what is your timeline you are looking at. Then one very, very important thing again, that you have to be flexible and adaptable. The moment you become rigid, you will not be able to take advantage of so many opportunities which will be presented before you. Be flexible. Suppose, like I had this issue when I was talking to a university in Australia. Australian universities, they were very, very, very to send their students. They said that our students they are just out of school. We don't feel comfortable. So first you send your students and then we will send our students. This is perfectly all right. So please don't be very adamant that no, you send your students first or I'm going to send my student first. Be flexible. And why this flexibility is important? Because of the different climatic conditions also. Suppose you are talking about October. In October, our weather is very good. So please invite, suppose there are two mobilities which have to happen. One is June, one is October. Please send your students in June, because June is very, very hot for foreigners here in India. And ask them to come in October. So these kind of small things you have to keep in mind, and only then your mobility, your collaborations are going to really become important and they are going to fructify. Next slide, sir. Sir, next slide. अब इसके बाद we come to challenges and barriers. देखिए, one very important thing is that nobody wants to share the research. Sir, ठीक कह रही हूँ मैं?
Absolutely right, ma'am.
For example, Satyu, can you give me an example?
Definitely, if I am working on in a research model, I will never disclose to SRC until or unless my guide allow me.
नहीं करते हैं ना? Why do you think that universities are going to? Why do you think the universities will share their research with you? You understand?
Yes.
So we have to be very careful. It has to be a collaboration between equals. This is what I'm trying to. This is the biggest challenge. The universities, they don't want to share the. They don't want to share the research. So you have to be very, very. You have to be very, very. How do I put it? You have to be very, very careful that how much do you want to share and how much can. For example, in Maruti, when we had a collaboration with Suzuki, Suzuki did not give the gearbox technology to us because that was their competitive advantage. So similarly, be very careful that even if you are doing collaborative research, please respect their competitive advantage and respect your competitive advantage. And but this does not mean that you are not that you are not going to share. You have to share, otherwise there will be no collaboration. So be very careful on the points where you want to share and the points where you do not want to share. You got my point? So, iske baad, another very important thing is that political instability and geopolitical issues. Howsoever you can say that your research is intellectual thing and it is not governed by geopolitics, it is governed by geopolitics. So, for example, suppose you had a collaboration with Afghanistan. I have a lot of students coming in from Afghanistan, but they don't get visa. So when they don't get visa, what is the point of having international collaborations? You got my point? What is the point of getting international collaboration with a country, let's say Syria, which is politically unstable? Or like Ukraine. Ukraine had a lot of collaborations, but all those collaborations are ineffective now. So be very careful that whenever you are doing a collaboration and a long-term collaboration, please do with the countries where your country, that means if I'm talking to Indian faculty, that your country has good geopolitical relations so that there is no issue of visas, no issues of, mobility. Otherwise, it becomes very, very difficult. Rajiv sir, true or false?
Absolutely true, ma'am.
Okay. Now, also, very important thing is that you will find a lot of universities who would want to come and collaborate with you, who are just coming in for your students because your students are paying. And in India, we still have a lot of students who want to go abroad and study. So please try and understand that you have to be wary of these kind of institutions who are trying to approach you. So please do collaborations in which your technological and infrastructural differences are not coming into your collaborations. See, let me give you an example. Suppose you try and get a collaboration with, suppose K.R. Mangalam University wants to have a collaboration with, let's say, Princeton University. Now, Princeton University, it's a very good university, but then they are also going to see what is your research output, what is your, what are your patents, how much of infrastructure you have, what kind of instrumentation you have. Suppose there is a lot of difference, they will not collaborate with you. So please see that you do not waste time. There are a lot of times that, you want to collaborate with the best, which everyone wants to do. But then in that endeavor, you waste so much of time that whatever other good collaborations you could have done, you lose out on them. So please see that you have your research output, your infrastructure, your faculty H index, your institution's H index is collaborating or is in sync with whichever universities you are targeting. Then the same goes for research quality and standards. Please try and see that एक कहावत भी है कि दोस्ती अपने संग वालों के संग होती है. So whenever you are going to do collaborations, you can do collaborations with universities which are much ahead with you, but then it will become very difficult. For that, you have to really give them very good deal. That okay, after one semester, we are going to send our students. So if they are assured of students, they might get into collaboration for research also. Okay, so be clear on these things. Then you have that one very important thing is, whosoever is Director International Affairs, you should know that your institution is standing behind you for backing you up. Aisa na ho that you make some commitments and your institution is not backing you up. So whatever commitment you are doing, please take the advice of the institutional head. Don't overcome it. Then last is that conflict resolutions, if there are, it is best to take into confidence your institutional head. Try and see what best solutions you can find for the conflicts which are arising in the collaboration. Next slide, sir.
Ma'am, here only 5 slides are there.
Okay. So now one more slide. One more thing which I want to talk with you is that whenever, see, please, all of you, do not get disheartened that my institute is small or my institute doesn't have collaborations. We are in the era where the world wants to collaborate with us. Okay, one major reason is, it is not that we have suddenly become very good. One major reason is that we have the population which is very eager to study, so they see a lot of market. So since we are sitting on this, you can have a lot of good collaborations and collaborations can be research and publication, in students' mobility, and in faculty mobility. These are the broad 3 categories in which you have collaborations. When I say research and publication, I also include your conferences and seminars in which you have international collaborations. So with this, I'm ending, and I'll be very happy to answer any questions, if any.
Yeah, we welcome the house for question and answers as ma'am has proposed. Any queries, please?
Ma'am, if there, I also want to give them a very small assignment.
Yes,
And the
ma'am.
assignment is what they have to do. They have to do a kind of a SWOT analysis of their institution and try and see at least 5 institutions with which, from 5 good institutions with which you can have collaborations, and which areas of collaborations you want to get into.
Right, ma'am. Noted. 5 good institutions and their areas of the areas where they wish to collaborate.
Yes.
Noted, ma'am. If there are no queries, then we wish to proceed further. We take this opportunity to thank Vijita ma'am for sparing her valuable time and giving such an insightful address to the participants. Ma'am, as a token of gratitude, we like to extend a virtual memento to you. So,
thank you. Thank you. Oh, very nice. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And yes,
it's a very good idea. हम भी ऐसा करेंगे भाई.
Yes, definitely. And ma'am, we take your message that collaboration will definitely involve a group of people undoubtedly, but sharing ideas and skills will help us to achieve a common goal. So with this take, we again extend our heartful thanks to you.
Thank you so much. And I wish your students had asked some questions, because questions to honge hi inke paas. But
ma'am, this is actually all our faculty, they are teachers who are participants. So I'm sure your assignment itself would answer a lot of their queries.
Pooja ji, what do you teach?
Actually, she is
Professor Vijita, I will be the next speaker.
Okay. चलिए पूजा जी, कहाँ से आप?
I'm from Medanta Hospital.
Okay. चलिए पूजा जी, thank you so much. आपसे भी मुलाकात हो गई. And Hema ji, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you a lot.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. To conclude Vijita ma'am's talk, definitely we'll conclude on a positive note that coming together is a beginning, staying together is progress, and working together is success. So on this note, we proceed to our next segment. We have with us our next speaker, Dr. Pooja Sharma. First and foremost, I welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you, Hema ji.
Well, I wish to introduce our speaker. We are privileged to host a distinguished speaker who has excelled in her field. Ma'am is engaged very dynamically in the profile as CEO of Apar Health. Apart from that, ma'am is a very skilled professional, and also she is engaged in clinical research mentoring. So as she is very keen to address us with her keynote speak, I wish that I start introducing her by a quote that mentoring is a brain to pick, an era to listen and push in the right direction. To introduce ma'am, she is a gynecologist trained at the Institute of Medical Sciences, BHU Varanasi. She is a well-published clinical researcher and research enabler. She is the CEO of Apar Health. She is the founder, director, and now advisor, Medanta Institute of Education and Research at Gurugram. Madam is the chairperson and member of several ethical committees. She is a formal and an informal mentor to many. Not only that, she has also been awarded with a lot of awards, to name few. Exemplary Contribution Award by the BHU Medical Association in 2018. Women Achiever Award 2017 by the Indian Women Convention, and 13th ICI International Development Grant for Women Scientists by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation 2008. Ma'am, it's our fortune, good fortune to have you here, and we look forward to hear your address. Please, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Hemaji, for this opportunity. Let me just share my screen. Please do let me know if you can see the screen.
Yes, ma'am. We can see the screen.
Just give me a second, yeah. So I am really glad for this opportunity to speak. It caused me a lot of thinking yesterday. So one, I'm not formally a teacher. I do teach research and I mentor a lot of super specialty doctors for their clinical research requirements, and I do teach at different forum. But if you'd say teacher, I'm not really a full-time teacher. But I must give jo kehte hain na wo shat naman to all those teachers today. It is an impossible task that you are actually committing yourself to. Just today, I was listening to my son. They are doing online classes nowadays because of the current situation in Gurgaon. And the poor teacher is saying, everybody please put on your cameras. Everybody please say yes. Everybody, but nobody is even responding to the teacher. So it's a very difficult task that you guys are doing. And I really don't know if I can do justice to this topic, but I would like to share my experiences. And I hope that we can learn from each other. So please feel free to put some questions to me and engage really to take benefit of any conversation that we may have. Don't think of this as a one-sided thing. It's a conversation between you and me, so that I can learn something as well. So today, what I'm going to talk about is skills needed to teach at a higher education level in India today. And this is something that I wanted to start with. So शिक्षक कभी साधारण नहीं होता, प्रलय और निर्माण दोनों उसी की गोद में पलते हैं. So again, thank you guys for doing such an awesome job. So valuable lessons that I wanted to share with you, and the teachers that came from, these came from in my life. I mean, teachers are there everywhere, lessons are there everywhere, and learn not only about teaching, but teaching skills from everyone that you meet in your life. So just sharing with you lessons that came in my life. The first lesson, I believe, was from my father, who always says to be focused, to be detail oriented. He's a Fauji, so he says no work is done till the paperwork is complete. But most importantly, over time, he has always told me that the most important thing, Pooja, is to be happy. So I believe this is the start of my talk, and I believe this will be the last slide of my talk. It is very important to be happy. If you are happy as a teacher, you are happy as an individual, as a human being, I'm sure you can, transform several lives beyond yourselves. My mother, who always told me, follow your instinct, follow your gut. My first motto from my first school, army school, which was truth is God, is something that is a lesson that has stayed with me always. So to be truthful at all possible time. There is no gray for me. My best friend has taught me to stick through thick and thin. A patient who affected me most. This was a patient when, in the beginning of my clinical career, who was dying. But even while she was dying, she would ask me if I had gone to sleep and I had had enough time to eat some breakfast. So in morning rounds at 3 a.m. in the morning, a patient who could think about the doctor. These are, I think, valuable lessons. Am I hung, or can you guys hear me, or am I gone?
Ma'am, you're audible.
Okay. So the other lessons, I mean, there was this rickshaw wala who taught me, when he asked me ki ye jo 2 rupees change aap wapas maang rahe ho, aapko kya ye chahiye? So it really made me think, do I need this money? So the learning and lessons come from all directions. I have a morning walk buddy. She tells me and inspires me that one person can make all the difference. My academic mentor, who will again be part of my slides today, he always taught me learn new skills daily. My current career mentor, Dr. Trehan, manages to challenge me daily. Every day he makes me question what I'm doing. Am I happy with what I did yesterday? My children, who have been immense teachers to me, they've taught me patience and happiness. I remember my daughter one day saying, you know, I will wear one red shoe and one blue shoe, and I will not change. And this got me to think, you know, does it really matter? Does it really, how much obsession can we have about anything? My husband, who inspires me with his hard work and consistency. My maid, who teaches me and who has the patience to do the things that I can't do, despite her circumstances in life being tougher than mine. My colleagues, the ones who have been toughest with me, the ones who have been most critical of me, have taught me the most. And my nemesis, like my children say, like Spider-Man, I have a nemesis. So my enemy, he has improved me like no other. I think nobody else has challenged me so much as my nemesis has and improved me. My yoga teacher, who has taught me balance and strength. My dying friend, person who has taught me how to pass with grace, acceptance, and happiness. And this teaching and learning, I think, continues. I mean, all of us learn continuously. I believe over time I have learned that it's important to first recognize who you are before you can go beyond yourself to teach. So the types of teachers, and there are a few types listed in the next slide, but I'm sure there are more in between slides of teachers as well. So it's important to know what kind of teacher are you. So you are not necessarily the same kind of teacher as I am, or you're not necessarily the same kind of a teacher as your, the student's favorite teacher is. You are you, and you need to have your strength and work from that strength. So are you Chanakya? Chanakya is a great teacher. Or are you Birbal, who's a gentle teacher? Are you Vishwamitra? Are you Drona? Which kind of a teacher are you? So here is a small, I actually read a LinkedIn post about this a few weeks back, and yesterday went back to the post to find out what are the kinds of teachers. This was, somebody had put it on Teachers' Day. There is one teacher who's the doctrine teacher, who's an instructive teacher. And these are very critical teachers. These are teachers really useful for younger generation or younger classes, where it's instruction based. Right, where they're learning A, B, C, D, it has to be instruction. You cannot describe the philosophy of it for them. So instructive teachers. Then there's the Vachak teacher or the communicating teacher, which is more like, I think I fall in this category. I like to communicate, I like to explain, I like to define from old stories, I define from my life, I like to hear from your life. So even with my students, I continuously engage. And as I believe, as you grow, you need to, in your senior school teachers or senior college teachers, or even people who are doing their masters and their PhDs, and in my case, they're doing super specialty DNBs. So these are 30-year-olds. It's very important to be the communicating teacher, a person who can communicate at a level of the student. Then there is a subject teacher. Of course, there's a subject matter expert is very important, the Suchak Guru. Then there's the dispassionate teacher. There are a few of these always. But I would really request dispassionate teachers to go back and see that any unhappiness that they are carrying or that they are sharing with their students is something they're adding and multiplying to their own lives. So as a philosophy, please try to be anything but the dispassionate teacher. Right? Be passionate about whatever you're teaching, whatever you are committing. Then there's the discipline teacher. Many a times I am the discipline teacher. I like to be within structure, and I like things to go in a particular manner. I'm very disciplined. There's, of course, the supreme teacher, who is your guru, who I'm sure, many of us would have found, and many will continue to find or try to find. While I was making this presentation, I realized that while we talk about the kinds of teachers, does the type of student really matter? Does it matter who is the student? There is students who will learn and students who will not learn. So there's the perfectionists, the all-rounders, the mischief makers, the sensitive ones, the nuisance guys. Does this really matter to the teacher? I strongly believe it should not matter to the teacher. The teacher is like a lotus, right? She or he is there. he or she is teaching through action, she or he is teaching through existence. The outcome may vary, but that outcome is dependent on the student, right? So if the teacher is teaching, if the student wants to learn or appreciates learning, power to him. If the student is the mischief maker and doesn't want to learn, it's tragic for him. But the teacher must continue to do the role that the teacher is decided to do for themselves. Many a times, I believe teachers tend to teach to improve students' weaknesses. And I've heard this many times from many teachers. You know, you are weak in maths, you are weak in writing, you are weak in communication. So let's work on your weakness. Now, but I understand that this works very well for till the time you're in school. But once you've reached college or university level, then it's the time to work on your strengths. And as teachers, we must help the student identify his strengths and work to create focus and work to create emphasis on the student's strength. And this is not only for the student, but it's also for us ourselves. At our points in time, now that we are university level teachers, we need to work on our strengths and not our weaknesses. Jo weakness होने थे strengthen वो हो गए, अब वो नहीं सुधरेंगे. अब we have to just identify our strengths and work from them. So this is a very interesting slide that I found, which was talking about the top 10 core life skills recommended by WHO. And I believe these 10 life skills are required for the teacher, as well as the same life skills are required by the student. So I'll request you to just digest this slide. So of course, you need to have problem solving, you need to have critical thinking, you need to have effective communication, decision making, creative thinking, interpersonal skills, self-awareness skills, empathy, stress, and emotion. I mean, WHO has captured this so well that I really didn't even have to think about it. But this is truly what is needed for any kind of, excellence at teaching, excellence at life, excellence at learning. I think all three. If I may put, for teachers at your level into 4 major buckets, one important first step is self-awareness. So be aware of yourself. It is actually just putting these 10 things into 4 buckets. Self-awareness, ability to communicate, technical capabilities, technical skills, technical knowledge, and then the ability to make the decisions. Right? We keep procrastinating. We keep thinking whether we should do this or not do this. So I believe these 4 areas are where we must all spend some time on a daily basis to actually improve. So here is my first on self-awareness. Self-awareness, I like Dr. Seuss. He says, today you are you. That is truer than true. There is no one alive who is youer than you. So you are the only person who's like yourself. Be aware of yourself. And it's important to do this, whether you do this by introspection, meditation, or you do this by yoga, or whatever method that works for you. But be aware of yourself. In every minute, be aware. Are you, focused? Are you centered? Are you angry? Are you excited? What are and be focused on your positives. Try to build on the positives. There are no 2 people who are identical. These are 2 pictures which look almost identical, but they are not the same. It's important to introspect on a regular basis as to what the teacher's, my own strengths and my own weaknesses are. Find a buddy who will help you work with your weaknesses or augment and remove and distract from your weaknesses. And you need to work on your strengths, because your strengths are something that you can keep adding to. So look at, this is me. So these are the 5 major strengths that, are identified for me. There are several scales. I'm sure, many psychologists are there on this group and they can go through these are online scales also. So you can look at, what is your domain strength? So my domain strength is executing. I'm an executor. I'm an operations person. I like to do things. Get it done is my concept. Some people are strategic. They will think, focus. So find out what kind of a person you are, what kind of a teacher you will make. My other skills are connectedness. I'm an achiever. I'm a learner. I have responsibility and belief. These are my top 5 strengths. And I work from my top 5 strengths in every situation. right? So, and I now do it consciously. So I'm requesting you that, if you can go on an online evaluation, look at your evaluation and define what kind of a person you are. I've done this from the Gallup Skill Strength, but you can do any other. There are several available evaluation tools for yourself. For yourself, which I believe is the most important, Aham Brahmasmi. So if you are strong, then you can be a stronger teacher, you can be a better person, you can be a better communicator, better everything. First, you have to have confidence and strength in yourself. So I believe every day for yourself, people say, I don't have time. I really don't believe that. Please find the time. Time is the only thing you do have, right? So please look at 3 things every day: mind, body, and soul. For your mind, I will suggest books, podcasts, talks. Surround yourself by 5 people who are smarter than you, 5 people who are more positive than you, right? Don't get into the negativity of promotions and increments. And all of us can do that. Don't do that. Don't do the bitching. Let's go into the positivity. The second is the body. Exercise. Exercise, if you can't do at home, don't have the time, where and how, wherever. So if you're sitting for 5 minutes on your table, please do some exercise, whether it is the small exercises, breathing exercises, any exercise. It helps you not only focus your mind, also focuses your body. Deep breathing whenever you remember it. This is something I have added on after my, I hit the 40s. That, deep breathing, hum bachpan mein seekhte the, gussa aa raha hai to deep breathe, karte kuch nahi the. But it's very important to do abdominal breathing, because we are all the time doing shallow breathing. We're tired by the end of the day. If you do abdominal breathing, and you will see this in leaders, look at your leaders, and they are also working equally hard, but they are not tired at the end of the day. They have more energy. How do they have more energy? Is because they're remembering to breathe right. They're remembering to keep focus. For your soul, I like to take 15 minutes of silence. It's not an easy task because your mind does not stop talking. But if you can, it will give you an immense focus. Give yourself 15 nahi to 5 minutes of silence daily. No technology, no songs, no sounds, just to be with yourself, whether you can do a shavasana or whichever other, focus is good. This is my favorite picture. So it's a very candid picture from a few days back. Okay. And I believe, this is my son. He's sitting for a morning breakfast before he's gone to school. His school starts at 7:30. He is sitting here on the dining table at 7 a.m. reading My Gita by Devdutt Patnaik. He has just finished 10 minutes of drumming and has done his 15 minutes of yoga. He is enjoying his fruits and whatever breakfast that I have given him, which is, I believe, a healthy breakfast. This, if we are able to do for 10 minutes in our lives, I believe we have not only taught ourselves, we have taught our next generation and our students to actually live a balanced life. Because challenges they are going to face today, and as teachers, your aim is to teach, prepare them for the next round of challenges life is going to throw. It's not going to be the same as the, challenges that you have faced. You are creating leaders for tomorrow. You have to give them a vision. You have to teach them how to participate, how to adapt to situation. You have to give them emotional intelligence, and you can only do this when you engage with them. And how can you do this is only if you are engaged with yourself. I'm sure all of us know this. With every situation, do a strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats evaluation. Same thing for yourself. If after today's presentation, if you are able to sit down for 10 minutes and decide these are the 3 changes I wish to bring to my life and to make myself a better teacher or a more focused teacher, I believe you can put them in these categories and find a way out for yourself. So again, I'm going to say, as a teacher, you just don't need to do philosophy. You, of course, will need to have technical skills, impart technical skills. You will have to impart future preparedness skills, especially at the level of a university. You cannot just give them technical skills. Technical skills are things that are being taught today. These are things that were developed 15 years back, 10 years back. Today, technology and the world is moving so fast that if you are just learning things that are of 10 years back or 5 years back, and you are only learning those skills today, in classroom, the students will be left behind when they go into the market. When they're going into the real world or in the market situation, they have to be prepared for the future. They don't have to be prepared for today. So how do we do future preparedness skills for them? What are the life skills we can share with them, and life skills we can share with ourselves as well? So technical skills are current skills, and future ready skills, I believe research and critical thinking, this is the space that I work with in healthcare, that is research and critical thinking. This is a skill set that you must give to all your students. There must be a session on communication of research and critical thinking. Put it out. So we at Medanta, what I've done is every Thursday we have a session in which we talk about current research, current technologies, or we talk about what's happening in the world. So we're talking about research which is being done at the level of the Nobel laureates. We may never reach there, but unless and until we talk about it, we talk about where the world is going, our teams are not going to be ready for it, right? We will keep thinking in the same little circle that we always think. So do teach them research, teach them how to critically think about any idea, promote the idea of a discussion and a debate. Discussions and debates are very useful for developing communication skills. Many of us don't know how to communicate. We are not able to disagree without, getting angry about it. Continue to challenge your students. Give them tasks. I believe at that level of, university, you're not making things into bite-sized pieces and giving ye A or ye B or isko khalo. No, you need to challenge them. Give them a task, give them a teaser, and give them homework. Give them stuff to read, discuss. And that's how education now, I know in broad education has always been like this, but I can see the change in Indian education system. It's much around discussion, much around challenging, much around learning from each other, and demonstrate to them continued learning. So if you think you are not going to learn, but you're going to keep telling them learn, it's not going to happen. So if you teach, if you tell your team, I'm going to talk about something I learned in this week, then you talk about something you learned in this week, and this is something we do in our Thursday sessions. It's an exciting space for them to learn because they see you're also learning. You're also demonstrating. So it's a participation. Of course, life skills are something that, you will also have to teach, and life skills are something that are either taught or learned more through observation than anything else. All right. So I'm not an expert at this. I'm not going to step into this only to the extent of what my life skills have been. I believe the most important thing as a teacher and as a student that you can do is read. Read in any direction. It does not matter if, this subject is not of my expert area. Nowadays, there is no such space as, a pharmacist cannot read psychology or a pharmacist cannot do art. I'm sure everyone can do everything, and there's a lot of learning that can happen. So I have a group of doctors. Every day in the morning, I get a post from them, or I put a post in that group, and which is talking about some kind of art or life. So a friend of mine put up a picture of beautiful lotuses, and then the other group members put up pictures of paintings by some really excellent painters of lotuses, lilies. Somebody explained about, kind of an art. So I'm not an artist, but I enjoyed learning about it. It gave me a different perspective towards life. It paused, made me think, right? So it's very important that you read and be exposed. So the more that you read, the more things you will know. And more that you learn, the more places you will go. So my favorite is Dr. Seuss. I'm sure you'll be able to find your own favorites. Last but not the least is communication. Communication, I believe, is a very, very important step for all teachers. And the steps for communication are first being clear yourself. What are you wanting to communicate? Then there is the non-verbal communication, where you're sitting, what you're doing, what you're wearing, how you're looking. Are you distracted? Are you sleepy? Are you excited? Are you awake? The non-verbal communication. Relevance to the conversation. Many times the conversation goes haphazard. So you need to, in your team, be able to communicate, or with your students, be able to communicate in a conversation which is relevant. Share your thoughts clearly, briefly, respectfully, and verbally, without really getting angry. Appropriate communication styles, of course, are there for colleges, for colleagues, for managers, for vendors, seniors, juniors. There's different kinds of. I believe this is a very important thing that many of us don't really learn, is something we should learn, is how to disagree. This takes us years to understand how to disagree with each other. Can we disagree with colleagues? Yes. Can we disagree with a mentor? Yes. Can we disagree with our students? Can our students disagree with us? Yes. And how should we disagree? And how can we actually agree to disagree? It's very difficult, even with husbands and wives and children. How can we disagree? I think disagreement is the most difficult learning. It's very important to realize that disagreement is to an idea, not to you. So a person who's disagreeing with you, please remember, is disagreeing with your idea, not with Pooja Sharma. He doesn't hate Pooja. It's the idea that he doesn't like. So when you are able to do this, then your nemesis may become your best teacher. When you are communicating a disagreement, start with your intent. We use your words. Actively listen. So when we are in a conversation or reading in a room, so it's important to, they say read the room, read the environment, what people are thinking, what's their body language. So agree in a manner where you actually disagree when you have actually actively engaged. Reframe, clarify, emphasize. So if your disagreement does not go through clearly, take a pause, use the right words, clarify and emphasize, reframe your disagreement. This is a very nice book I have just recently read, Stephen Covey, which talks about the 7 habits of highly effective people, which talks about disagreement and the processes of disagreement. So please, it's highly recommended. Do go ahead and see it. I believe in today's generation, teachers must use social media. I don't know what is the stand of the universities that I'm speaking to on this, but I believe that this is my personal thought, that please be aware of its advantages and how you can actually use it best. Read and update it. Update yourself on this. Follow key opinion leaders and professional groups. So you learn. Read, if you can, on one Sunday, every Sunday, listen to a TED talk, right? And be inspired by whoever. Be careful of whatever you post and respond. Of course, keep your posts professional. Social media is, of course, LinkedIn. You can use Twitter. Instagram is something that your students will be on. So it's a good idea to be on Instagram and to keep an eye on what is happening. Of course, the flip side of this sometimes is that we tend to waste precious time. So which is something that, I will be wary. If you think you can't control it, then maybe social media is not for you. Practice everyday leadership. This is something that I request all my teams to do. Even the youngest person in my team, my general duty attendant can come and appreciate me. So he can come and say, Madam, you have done a good job. So the leadership is not in one direction. Similarly, the connection with your students is not in one direction. So please practice everyday leadership, and everyone can be a leader. So don't think, only a head of department is a leader. You are a leader. For your students, you are a leader. Among your students, you are a leader. So actively observe, be engaged, keep changing, use your emotional intelligence to actually practice this every day. I will leave you with a to-do. I just saw the previous lady also left you with a few to-dos. So yeah, it's a good introspective exercise. Please observe teachers and good teachers. They are there everywhere. So please start introspecting. Read, hear, and see about leadership and people skills. Personally, I like Dr. Seuss and Simon Sinek as good, their talks are really nice, but I'm sure you can find your own space. There are some especially wonderful women leaders who I have, inspired by. I'm sure there are many men teachers sitting on this talk, and they can be inspired by women too. Learn something new every day. Try to have something exciting. Use introspection to identify your own style. It's not a change that will happen in a day, but if you make 5 minutes, 10 minutes for yourself every day, you will get to a changed you. So coming back to what my father said, enjoy what you do every day. It's important to enjoy what you do. If you're not enjoying teaching, possibly the way you teach is the one that needs to be corrected. We can't all change, the students. Only you can change yourself. So please be in a space where you are happy. So this is my mentor, Dr. Bhan, who as an academic teacher has guided me in several manners. So thanks to him, and thanks also to so many teachers on this forum. So thank you guys for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was very heart-touching and very motivating as well, and definitely very learning. I believe when mentors are well selected, well trained, and give the time to work intensively with new teachers, they not only help average teachers become good, but good teachers become great. So we have taken your message very well. And personally, I wish to mention on this platform that due to personal constraints, in spite of that, Madam has made it for today's session. And I'm very grateful to you personally, ma'am.
Yeah,
And
thank you so much,
definitely,
everybody.
yes, ma'am. I know there are personal constraints at your end, but still you made it for today's event. We are highly grateful for that.
Is there anybody with a question, or has everybody switched us off?
Ma'am, as a token of appreciation, we extend our gratitude in the form of a virtual memento. Kindly accept on behalf of our entire team.
Thank you so much, Himati. Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Dr.
ma'am.
Sunil.
Thank you so much. Well, as per ma'am's talk and whatever we have learned today, it is to be concluded that one book, one pen, one child, and one teacher can definitely change the world. So definitely we have taken the message well, and we have been ignited, ma'am, that we need to introspect ourselves each day. Thank you so much.
Is it okay if I exit now?
Yes, ma'am, definitely.
Thank
so
you
much.
all so much. Bye-bye.
Well, it's time now to have an interactive session, which will focus on strategies and techniques that can be incorporated in our further sessions. So I make the house open to the participants. We would wish to hear some output out of the sessions, what have been conducted till date. So I welcome any criticism, appreciation, suggestion. So I hope that the participants will come forward to share their insights. And I request the technical team to kindly unmute the participant whosoever is desiring to give their inputs. Anybody, please, if you are desiring to speak, we welcome. Sir, can you see any hand going up?
No, ma'am.
Right, sir. Well, we still look forward. You can post your comment, your suggestion, your input in any way. We are very positive and we would welcome the suggestions so that we also are lifelong learners. We wish to improvise what we are catering. So to conclude, we have come to the end of the sessions for today. And we would also like to share that the best practices or experience out of today's session can be shared with us. We are devising a report of everyday session, which we'll be sharing with you shortly. And also there is one announcement that we have already shared the feedback link. So it is a humble request that kindly go ahead, fill the feedback form and submit. As there were a lot of queries regarding when the assignments will be posted. Generally, these are posted after the conclusion of the FDP. So we will be posting 2 assignments, 1 project and 1 quiz, which is mandatory for every participant to attempt. So the overall weightage of marks would be 100. We will also be briefing you about the breakup of marks, including attendance criteria. And also kindly see to it that if you have availed duty leave, because it's in regular working days and working hours where we are having this FDP, if somebody has taken duty leave to engage these ongoing live sessions of the FDP, we request you to kindly send us your duty leave application or approvals so that we can keep in our record, and we shall give you relieving letters on the last day of this FDP. So please kindly note.
Madam,
Yes, sir.
yes, so my humble request, madam. I'm Dr. Basavaraj from Bangalore.
Yes, sir.
Actually, while filling up the form at the beginning, probably I was in a hurry or so. Like
Yes,
the
sir.
choosing of leave or without leave, I have
sir.
made a mistake there.
Okay.
So can I correct those things?
Sir, you kindly refill the form and send us
Okay.
across, mentioning that it is your resubmission. We'll check with the technical team at Guru Angad Dev Center, and I hope it should be sorted out.
Okay, madam. So the form will be left for individual, or like it's like how should I
Sir,
correct that?
one of my faculty, Dr. Sunil,
Okay.
has been sending mails, and he has
Correct.
shared the registration form.
Correct.
The format
Okay.
is already shared. Otherwise, I will request Dr. Sunil to again share the registration
Share the form.
forms.
Right.
Right, sir. You kindly fill it and resubmit it, because I am sure many might not be very clear what was with leave and without
Correct. Absolutely. And then we were in hurry in getting registered, so by mistake, and probably we might
No
have
problem, sir.
opted with leave. I'll talk to Sunil Chair, sir, and then I'll correct the form.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Sir,
Nice.
if you are taking leave, you are entitled that your attendance here will be given, and we will relieve you on the last day of FDP.
Okay. So we have to take a leave letter
Sir,
from
that is
our...
not mandatory. If you're able to manage your work and attend this FDP parallelly, that's your choice. But if your
we are doing it,
organization
madam.
is...
Correct. We are managing our classes as well as this one.
Then it's not a problem, sir. Otherwise, generally, because in government institutions, you are entitled to take leave to attend such FDPs.
Okay. Okay.
Not only government, even private, we can request.
No, I'm in the government institution, fortunately, actually. But then we have taken permission from our principal orally, saying that we can manage our post-graduation classes as well as practicals, and then the FDP. Yes, agreed to it.
Sir, that's choice is yours. If you can manage, it's fine. If you have an official on-leave letter from the head, then you can give us so that we can do the needful by the end of this FDP.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I see 3 more hands being raised. Is there any other query?
Dr. Hema, this is Vandana Patravali.
Hello, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. So I've joined as a guest, and it is really heartening to see, very good speakers, good learnings. I was just wondering, whether I can also join my e-class.
Ma'am, e-class you can join. We had the demonstration in the first session today.
I am aware of how to join.
Yes,
Only
ma'am.
thing is, I think since I have not formally registered and joined as a guest, whether you can add.
Ma'am, I think this access is only to the registered participants, because we are sharing the emails which we have received through the registration forms. We have shared those emails, and only they have been given the access to my class.
Right. So could you check with them whether it is still acceptable?
I can, ma'am, because then the registration would be necessary, what I was told, because you can go through the recorded sessions of today and yesterday, and we can give, but I'll have to check what is the time frame by which we can entertain fresh registrations. I'll get back to you, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I've been attending everything. Only thing is whether, I can avail. I mean, it's just a learning. Not that I
definitely, ma'am, definitely. And ma'am, you are one of our guests on the valedictory day. We look forward to have you with us.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Any other query, please? Right. I think there's no more questions. So I take this opportunity to thank you all once again for active participation in the ongoing online faculty development program. I hope that you have found the insights and strategies which were shared today to be valuable and applicable to your teaching journey. Remember, quality education is an ongoing commitment, and as educators, our dedication to improvise our practices directly will impact our students' future. Thank you once again for being part of this event. Have a wonderful day ahead, and let's continue striving for excellence in education. With the promise to meet tomorrow with a new energy and a galaxy of intellectuals, I bid goodbye to all and I take leave. Thank you.
Excuse me, ma'am. Hello. Hello.
Yes, madam. Yes, madam.
Ma'am, this is Vasundhara Kakade. Actually, I have registered for this course, but I didn't receive any mail.
Madam,
yesterday,
still
one of my colleagues.
Yeah, I understand your concern. If you have registered very recently, then ma'am, you will be getting the link or the mail by tonight. We'll be sharing the updated list to the team, and I am sure you will get the mail by tonight or maximum by tomorrow morning. Right, ma'am?
Okay, okay. Thank you, ma'am. Yes, yes.
Right. Thank you all.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.